Hello, welcome to Old Nerd Buys Comics from Marketplace. On Marketplace? I'm not sure how the right way to say that is. Uh, I'm just starting with one of the coolest parts of this collection that I just bought. Creepy Magazine, number 131. I think this is from 1981. Very famous Frank Frazetta werewolf cover. Uh, this was just randomly included. Like, this is the only magazine in there. Um, I immediately put it in this uh, halfback and My Light because it's in great condition. It's really in nice shape. It's not great, it's not 100% perfect near mint, but it is certainly in nice condition. I read the first few stories in here. They were pretty fun. I got about half of it to go. The last half of this magazine is mostly ads. I have a couple of other old creepy magazines in my collection, but I haven't read them yet. Uh, but I don't believe I had this one. I have very few. So the fact that this was just randomly in the photos of this comic book collection on Facebook Marketplace just kind of was like, wow, that is such a cool little bonus to include in this lot. Uh, well, here, let me leave it up so we got eye candy in the background at all times. Yeah, it's nice and protected in there anyway. So, my wife just turned 40, and for her 40th birthday, I took her to Knoebels Grove, which is a little family-owned amusement park in the middle of Pennsylvania. And their opening weekend was just recently, so we went to Knoebels Grove on their opening weekend, and that was my wife's 40th birthday present. Now, while we were down there, I found a listing for uh, a couple of comic book listings, and they were both by the same person. And I found it about a week before we left, and I saved them. And I went back a few days before we were going to leave, and those listings were gone. The person had deleted them, so I was like, "Oh, nuts! Somebody bought those comics." Oh well, it wasn't a big deal. Uh, and then let's see, I got searching around, and I found another listing that combined those two listings. So it was the same person. They took the two listings that they previously had, deleted them, combined them, and made one listing out of them. So it was like, great, they're still there. When we got down there the other day, I sent the seller a message saying, "Hey, would you take X amount of dollars?" Made them an offer. They said yes, and I went and picked them up. And come to find out, it was a comic book collector who was transitioning away from comics and more into toys, like action figures, stuff. This guy was just about the exact same age as me. So, like, he was talking about Star Wars toys, G.I. Joe toys, Voltron, Masters of the Universe, all kinds of, the toys that were the action figures that were big in the late 70s throughout the 80s when we were growing up. So he was selling off his comic books to make more room to get more old toys. But this, I got all this for $100. Like, the listing, I think, was for 135. I offered 100, and they immediately said yes. So that was cool. But all this for $100. Like, this goes for right around $10 in decent condition on eBay. We got a bunch of DC in this collection. So there's a lot of Robin, and there was a lot of Superman. But the Robin was mostly the Chuck Dixon written era. Number 0. I think this is number 1 of his ongoing. Maybe this is number 1 of the first limited series, maybe? Or maybe they're both. And like, this one is like the alternate cover. I'm not sure. But yeah, there was a whole bunch of Robin. This one random issue of V for Vendetta number 1. 2 random issues of the Nom, guest starring the Punisher. And I just recently, I had one of these. I picked it up someplace, probably at a Comic-Con in a dollar bin or something. I found it, and I picked it up, And it took me a few years to find the second issue so that I had both of them. But I did not too long ago. But then both of them were just randomly in this set. Now here is a vintage one. Teen Titans number 14. This one has some sort of key importance of it, and I can't remember what it was. But anyway, an old and in nice shape. Teen Titans Volume 1, number 14. This one goes for quite a bit as well. Here's The Brave and the Bold, an old 12 center, another old 12 center. Again, in very nice condition. This one has some sort of key significance as well. I can't remember. I think this is an Adams cover, Neil Adams. I think. Not sure. But yeah, those are the two old comics that were in this collection. Just a random issue of Batman. I think this is a key as well. It's like the first Tim Drake is Robin. Is that what it is? I don't know. Papa Rick will tell me what I'm getting right and getting wrong here. They had a whole bunch of Death in the Families in here. So we've got number 1. Is it? Yeah. Book 1. Book 2. Book 2 newsstand. Was book 1 a newsstand? No, book 1's direct. But book 2, you've got a direct and a newsstand. Book 3, we've got a direct and a newsstand. And then book 4, a direct. So I don't know. That's quite a bit of money and value right there. I'm not sure what, but not bad. And we've got Batman Year 3 with the cool George Perez covers. Part 1, 2, 3, and 4. This has got Pat Broderick art. I've never read this. I own this, but I've never read it. I'm curious to see what Pat Broderick does on Batman. I like Pat Broderick. He's a really cool artist. Then we've got A Lonely Place of Dying crossover event. Here's part 1. Crosses over in the New Titans is part 2. Part 3 is in Batman. Part 4 is back in the New Titans. And part 5 in Batman. I want to say this is some sort of key as well, but I can't remember. Then, I think this is like an epilogue to that story, maybe. An epilogue to the A Lonely Place of Dying story. And then, just a few random issues of Batman from the early 90s. 455 with great Norm Brayfogle cover art and interior art. I don't know if this is another first appearance of one of the Robins. I'm not sure. And then after that, got just a ton of Robin miniseries stuff. So here is issue 1, direct and newsstand. This is the first series. There was 3 of these Robin miniseries written by Chuck Dixon. Here's number 2, and that's a newsstand. Number 3 is a newsstand. Number 4 is direct, it looks like. Number 5 is direct. And then we get Robin 2. Now here, he's got like all the variant covers. So this has got a hollow foil cover or hollow foil card. I'm not sure what you call this specifically, but this one, I'm not sure who this cover artist is. I feel like I should know. I want to say Peter Snejberg, but I'm not sure. This would be Kelly Jones doing a variant of number 1. Here's another variant of number 1. Maybe this is the actual interior artist, Tom Lyle. I'm not sure. A final. Nope, that's not even the final. But here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 variants of issue number 1. This is Kevin Maguire, isn't it? Of JLA fame, Justice League, I mean fame. So each issue of Robin 2, it's got all the variant covers. There's a Kevin Maguire one again. And some of them have the holograms, some of them don't. There's number 2. Number 3, the hologram. The hologram. Kevin Maguire, no hologram. There's only 3 covers that time. Number 4, I think that's Kevin Maguire. There's no hologram. Here's number 4 with a hologram. So there's only 2 variant covers of that issue. Then we go to Robin 2 with these collector's sets that have all the covers in each set, and they're still sealed. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Collector's set, all direct market variant editions, newsstand editions, exclusive hologram trading card. So these sets all just have all the covers for Robin 2 in each one, still sealed. And there's Robin 3, Cry of the Huntress. And what do we got here? So just there's no variants in this collection, and they're all direct editions. So this one is a 6-issue series, just all direct editions, and then Robin 3 collector's editions with all of the covers. Robin 3 Cry of the Huntress number 1, special moving cover, second reversible cover. So each issue of Robin 3 in a still sealed multi-pack for each cover. And to top it all off, after all the Robin and the Batman and the randos, then there is a stack of Superman. Oh, nuts. Hold on. I'm knocking stuff over here, trying to get myself under control. Get this out of the way so we can go through these Supermans. Okay. So, Dark Knight over Metropolis. This is a 3-parter that guest stars Batman in each of the Superman titles at the time: Action, Adventures of, and Superman. And then we get into the Death of Superman territory with the triangle covers. That's a cool cover art or cover box art. So these are just kind of random. Man of Steel 17 and 18. Then we get into the Doomsday stuff, and these are all direct editions, of course. And some of these of the Death of Superman, some of these are worth a little bit of dough, not a lot. I have most of these already, so I'm probably going to put together like a lot of these, a run of these, and sell them either in my brick and mortar old nerd store or maybe on eBay. Supergirl. We go through Funeral for a Friend. I've never read these. I haven't read this saga yet. I'm going to. I think I've got most of it now in single issues I've picked up here and there over the years out of the dollar bins. Like, a lot of these don't go for a lot of money, and there's a ton of them. I suspect they were printed like crazy at the time and probably sold like crazy, because these issues are always in the dollar bins at the comic conventions and at the comic shops. Again, we've still sealed. Yeah. Got a couple of the Justice Leagues in here. Like, this is the one. I think this one's actually worth a little bit of money because Doomsday's in it. He beats up the Justice League pretty bad. But here, that's 2 different covers for number 70. 71. And then just randomly, Action Comics number 1000. This is the Neil Adams cover and the Jim Lee cover. I don't know if these are worth anything or not. I'm not sure. These This might be written by Brian Michael Bendis. I can't remember if that was when he moved to DC or not. If it is written by Brian Michael Bendis, I'm not guessing that it's going to be all that good. I never really got on the Brian Michael Bendis hype train. I liked his Ultimate Spider-Man for a little bit. What else did he do that I kind of liked? Daredevil wasn't terrible, but once he got into the Avengers and started messing with the Avengers, I didn't like him anymore. I didn't really care. I didn't see what the big deal was about his writing. Some of his early stuff's not bad, but yeah, if this is Brian Michael Bendis, let's look. Let's just end the debate. Figure this out right now, live and on camera. Landmark issue. Oh, we got Dan Jurgens writing. Peter Tomasi. A John Romita Jr. pinup. There's one written by Marv Wolfman with Kurt Swan on pencils. The late great Butch Guice on some inks. Jeff Johns wrote one with Richard Donner. That's cool. With Olivier Coipel. He's a great artist. Scott Snyder and Rafael Albuquerque. They're a good team. Tom King. He's the one that he wrote one of the stories in the Superman Spider-Man crossover that just came out. It was god awful. Louise Simonson and Jerry Ordway. Paul Dini, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. That's cool. Walt Simonson pinup. Brad Meltzer and John Cassidy. Nice. There's one right there. Brian Michael Bendis and Jim Lee. So they write one of the stories in here. So, well, this one's probably worth reading then, because it's got enough classic creators and artists that it's probably actually kind of decent. Whereas if it had just been Brian Michael Bendis, or if it had just been Tom King, not so sure it would have been any good. But that's kind of cool. That's neat to have that included. And last but not least, when we were out and about, I found this book, this old paperback, Werewolves, short stories, 22 moonlit tales of the beast within us, unleashed to prowl the night. It was only $2, and it's in really nice condition. Had a little moisture damage up there on the top, but otherwise, kind of looks like it hasn't ever been read. And yeah, anything werewolf related, I'm into it. I like it. Martin Greenberg. Not sure I recognize that name, the editor. But this is copyright 1995. It looks like a first printing. Daw Books. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, just $2. One little weird store that my wife and I went into while we were down near Knoebels for her birthday. So yeah, that's my marketplace buying adventure while I was taking my wife for her birthday. I got some great presents for her birthday. So yeah. Tell me about what you found on Marketplace in the comic book department, and stick around for more videos like this, because I'm always watching for a deal somewhere. Like I said, all this for $100. That's pretty good. And tell me the best deal you've gotten on Facebook Marketplace if you do that. Stick around. I do videos. I do a video series on this channel where I'm reading my Marvel comics in publishing day order. I'm currently at the end of 1976, just starting 1977. In my collection. I read an issue and do a video on each issue I read. And yeah, if that sounds cool, please subscribe. Stick around. Watch for that. And if you would, like and comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.